first verse, ready, and I stand amazed in the presence of Jesus Nazarene, and wonder how He loved me, a sinner that not me. How marvelous, how wonderful that my soul shall ever be. How marvelous, how
died for our sins and paid its penalty. Awitin natin, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound, save the wretch like me. As the choir prepares, awitin natin ang classic hymn na ito. So rich, describing God's grace and mercy for us. Sige na. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I
Bibles with me, Exodus chapter 3. Exodus chapter 3. Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law. Police your own runs. Police. Katabi niyo. Pag meron kayo naririnig sa katabi niyo, isipin niyo na naririnig ko rin yun. Wala tayong PA system. Tulungan niyo ako mga kapatid. I want to be a blessing to you.
Amen.
I want the Word of God to be a blessing to you. But you know me. I'm a pastor, I'm a preacher that is easily distracted. I want to be blessed. Help me.
Amen.
Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. Lord, use me to be a blessing to your people. Thank you for the message that you've given me, fresh from your heart, tailored fit for our need. Tulungan niyo po kami, Panginoon. Lord, I still hear buzzing sounds. I'm still distracted, Lord. I want you to fill me with your Holy Spirit, Lord. I really want to be a blessing to your people. So, Lord, please, teach me as I teach your people. Lord, kung pairalin ko ang aking naturalesa, Panginoon, I can walk out this very minute. I really do, Lord. You know me. But Lord, it's my desire to be a blessing to your people. In our midst, speak to us. For all these things I pray in Christ's most precious name. Amen. Moses is a very colorful Old Testament character. We know Moses as the deliverer of Israel, the lawgiver to Israel. But we don't know Moses as God knows him. We need to know Moses before and during his leadership as he represented God for the people of Israel. Colorful sapagkat si Moses po ay mayroong 3 stages in his spiritual life. Narinig niya sa akin several times ago na si Moses po ay mayroong 120 fruitful years. Those years were not perfect, but those years were recorded in the pages of the scriptures. And we know that what were written in the past were written for our learning. Moses, the meekest man that ever lived on earth, disqualified himself from entering the promised land because the Lord asked him to speak to the rock, and he smote the rock twice because they were needing water during that time. Because that rock was Jesus. Jesus need not to be struck twice. He died once for all. The Lord wants to speak to His people in a very demonstrative way, speak to the rock, he smote it twice. That disqualified him from entering the promised land because he put to shame the God of Israel before his own people. He did not represent God the way God wants to be represented. He smoked. Ang mensahe kanina mga kapatid is how we can magnify the Lord individually and collectively. That's our mission. That whoever we are, wherever we are, whatever we do, whatever God has given us, we need to glorify the Lord. Help me now. Amen. We need to help one another here. Amen.
Amen.
The meekest man ever lived on earth. Yet at one point in time in his life, he lost his temper. He lost it. Instead of speaking to the rock, he smote it. Sino bang hindi mo pipikon? 2 million people. Stiff-necked, stubborn. Even the meekest man in all the world at all times doesn't fit. So murmuring, complaining, disobedient, hard-headed, stubborn, stiff-necked people like Israel. Gandahan lang mga kapatid, Moses was not God. God is a long-suffering God. That's why He promised Moses. Ang gusto kong matandaan na aking bayan ay kung paano ako nagtyaga sa kanila. I want you to represent me to them sa loving God. Wala namang issue mga kapatid, mahal tayo ng Diyos. Ang issue ay mahal ba natin ang Panginoon?
Right.
Three periods in the life of Moses. You divide 120 years by 3, will give you 40 each period. Let's go back for a while. Hindi ito yung mensahe ko. Pero papakita ko lang sa inyo, there are 3 stages in the life of Moses. 40 years each. Hebrews chapter 13. Hebrews chapter 11, rather. Hebrews chapter 11. Beginning from verse 23. Hebrews 11, verse 23. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid how many months?
3 months.
3 months of his parents. Because they, his parents, saw Moses was a proper child. Ano ibig sabihin ng proper child? There's something special, unique, peculiar about this child. Not because they were Moses' parents. Napaka life-threatening for his parents to keep him 3 months. Why? Sapagkat sabi rito, there was a decree of the king na patayin lahat ang mga bata 3 years below. First-born men. They defied the order of the king. At alam naman niyo mga kapatid, na if you defy the order of the king, that will surely mean death. But why did defy the king's commandment? The king's decree. Underline niyo sa inyong Bible. Because they saw he was a proper child. The word for that is they have a different perspective. Spirit. Viewpoint. Alam niyo mga kapatid, beauty raw is in the eye of the beholder. Minsan, ang mga magulang, ipinagmamalaki ang kanilang mga anak, gandang-ganda sila, pero minsan, sabi niyo, hindi. Ha? Tama mali. Kasi walang pangit na bata sa mata ng mga magulang. Pero ito, hindi yun ang issue. They saw, his parents saw that Moses was a proper child. Bakit? Kahit naman maganda yung bata, kung alam mong mamamatay ka, ibubuwis mo buhay, free man siya. Meron na ba rito magulang na magpapakamatay at mamamatay sa kanyang anak? Meron ba? Meron ba? Lahat ng mga magulang, ito ba yun? Oo nga, papatayin ko talaga yung may anak. Kasi sabi niyo, mamamatay kayo para sa buhay ng anak niyo. Meron ba?
Wala mo. Biglas na wala.
Kanina tatapang yun. Ngayon, hawak ko na yung... Hindi si Batyan. Tama. Why did they risk their lives? Because of their perspective, viewpoint. Iba tingin nila. Alam niyo po mga kapatid na ang command sa atin ng Panginoon is train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will not depart from it. Oh yes, hindi na ako makikipagtalo sa inyo. Your child is beautiful in your eyes. But do you have the same perspective that of Christ? Na yung responsibility mo is not to show them over Facebook na sa tuwing ganda ng anak ko, hello, are you training it? Kaya nga ang issue, when do we start training our children? And you know the answer to that? From the womb. May bibigay ko pa sa inyo ang mga CD ng mga classical music na binili ko habang pinagpubuntis ng aking may bahay si Joseph. Oh, mga classical music. Yan ang pinaparinig ko. Kasi Joseph, meron siyang tenga, can read notes. Hello? I don't know. I don't know. Pero by the way, you know the story, binata pa lang ako, nananalangin na ako ng anak na lalaki. Hindi nga asawa pinapanalangin ko. Oo, hindi asawa pinapanalangin ko. Ang pinapanalangin ko, anak na lalaki. Sapagkat nasabi ko sa Panginoon, huwag mo kong bigyan ng asawa kung hindi mo kong bibigyan ng anak na lalaki, panganay. Hello? At alam niyo mga kapatid, hindi ako pwede magsinungaling sa inyo. This sword of the Lord stands between us. Ang prayer ko, Lord, make him so handsome. Extend to him your favor na sino man ang makakakita sa kanya, maniniwala that he is an answer to my prayer. That's not a joke. Do you see me? I'm serious, folks. Joseph is an answer of God to my specific prayer. Kanya nga Samuel ang pangalan niya. Dinagdagan ko lang yan ng John sapagkat na-aksidente kami. Paano kami na-aksidente when she was 7-month-old. At kung paano kami nag-survive at kung paano iningatan ng Panginoon sa kanya sinapupunan. Si Joseph. It's a miracle. Because I cannot explain it. Kung ako lang ang nag-iisa sa sakyan ng mga aksidente, patay ako. Sapagkat gagawin ko ang lahat para hindi masira sa sakyan. Kanya Samuel dyan nabila. Samuel dyan. Ang palayaw niya, Joseph. Kasi pangit naman kung Samjo. Pero Joseph, okay. Ang pangalan nga niya, Samuel Reyes eh. Alam niyo mga kapatid, hindi niya alam kung ano yung inaalis niya eh. Favor of God yun. Jezebel. Kasi ang talagang legal name niya, Samuel John Reyes. With a dash. Kasi nga, hindi ako nagpe-prepare. Last night, I was watching Netflix. And I was watching Hercules. The demigod. The demigod. Tapos na yun. Pinangalanan siya ng asawa ng nanay niya ng ibang pangalan. Pero ang sabi ni Hira there, call him Hercules. Kanya Hercules ang pangalan niya because he is the son of Zeus. Hello? Alam niyo mga kapatid, what's in a name? Everything. We will never take off our identity, the name Baptist.
Yep.
Samuel John is a name I gave, God's gift to me. Samuel John. Because that's my covenant with God. Hello? Joseph did not make a covenant with God. I did. I made a covenant with God as a single person. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa mga young people, kung ano man ang buhay ninyo ngayon, it is because of your parents. Darating ang panahon na you will make a statement concerning your life when it's about your family. Blessing ni Joseph na inaano nyo ngayon, prayer ko kayo, binata pa ako. Kanya yung hindi niya pag-attend ngayon dahil loaded sa opisina, sabi ko, Panginoon, deal with him. Deal with him, Lord. He's your son, you entrusted him to me, deal with him. Can you pray that prayer for your children? Lord, deal with my son accordingly. Matututo yun. Kapag sabi ko nga sa inyo, the promise of God will take effect according to our priority. Wala pong compromise po. He was a proper child. Inalagaan. At alam niyo ang nangyari. Kung hindi na nila makontain after 3 months, inaanod sa tubig, pero purposely. Hello? That was a strategy. Amen? Tinaon talaga nila na yung daughter of the Pharaoh is bathing at a specific place at doon nila pinaanod si Moses. Hello? Huwag kayong maniniwala sa ibang storyteller. Ngayon ay basta pinaanod and kesira-sira. Hello? Oh, no. No. You need to be very precise. single step will be followed by another step, then another step, then too many steps, and lo and behold, you will come to the destination where your feet led you. The first step is very crucial. The first step is very important. Kaya tingnan niyo sa verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, this is within the period of the first 40 years. When he come to years, ano sabi doon? Refuse to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. First 40 years, Moses refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. Don't you know what does that mean? Of course you know. 25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasure of sin for a season. Many of us don't make right choices. Your failure is the result of a wrong decision. You are a product of your decision made yesterday. Sabi ni Socrates, an unexamined life is not worth living. You need to be very precise according to your buhay yan eh. Hindi pwedeng kaya sira-sira, buhay yan eh. An unexamined life is not worth living. That's why I'm constantly asking you, how do you see yourself 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now? You need to examine your life. Moses is charting the course of Israel when they went out of Egypt to the promised land. They have a course of journey. Kasi chine-check niya from time to time. Are we headed to the right direction? Assessment. Ito ang goal natin. Sinabi natin ito 10 years ago. Nasaan na tayo ngayon? After 10 years, we clearly define our vision. Nasaan na tayo ngayon? Titignan natin kung talagang patungo pa rin tayo doon. Hello, amen? Evaluation. Kanya nga merong plumb line. Merong plumb line Baptist Church. Like to meet the pastor. Bakit? Kasi the plumb line of our Christian life is none other than the Word of God. Jesus Himself. Kanya kung ang buhay mo hindi ayon to sa plumb line, which is the life of Jesus Christ, then you're not living right. Generally, ano bang buhay ng Panginoon? This is my beloved Son, in whom I am. Bakit na-please ang Panginoon kay Jesus Christ? Because He was an obedient child. My meat is to do the will of Him that sent me. My joy is to finish the course. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Look at verse 26. This is also part of the first 40 years of Moses. Esteeming the reproach of Christ. Ano ba yung reproach? The sorrow, the suffering, the death of Christ. He came not to be served, but to serve. That's His reproach. He did not come to enjoy this world. This world is not my home. I'm just a passing through. There is something really wrong for a child of God to enjoy this world. The pleasures of this world. Alam niyo mga kapatid, I was rebuked by an American friend nang sinabi ko na I am tired of living for this world. Sabi niya, in this world. Sabi niya, yes, I know that. Pero dapat i-maximize mo ang buhay mo habang ikaw ay nandito sa libutan. Yes, we cannot control it.
Yeah.
Pero, alam ka naman pakamatay ka to be in heaven. Yes! Alam niyo mga kapatid, kung talagang tunay ka mananampalataya, pag nakita mo, yung kawalan lang ng disiplina ng mga Pilipino, ayaw mo na eh. Naintindihan niyo ba pinag-usapan natin? Is fearing the reproach of Christ greater riches compared to the riches of Egypt? Kanya nga yung sabi mo, magpipreach ako, magtatawanan nila ako. That is greater riches than anything of this world!
Amen.
So what? Your Savior has been reproached for your sake? Baliw! You don't know what you're saying! The reproach of Christ, greater riches than the treasures that are in Egypt.
Amen.
Why? For he had respect unto the recompense of the eternal reward. Viewpoint of the parents. They trained up Moses from a child. Now look at the values of Moses. Ito mo? The values. He knows the difference between temporal and eternal. He knows what is more valuable. Hello? Value. Ito, complete lang ito. Pero tanungin mo ang mga values nito. Hello, kita mo na paano magiging buhay nito. Tatlong mga magulang na nasa harapan niya. Oh, mali ako o tama ang Biblia? Ha? Tama ang Biblia! Hindi na kinakailangan umabot pa ng 40 years para yung values ma-determine from a child. Sapagkat pag 40 years na, hindi na mababago kung ano na yung meron siya simula sa pagkabata. His choice is already established. Mga kapatid, if you don't see that, you're blind. The second 40 years of Moses' life was in Exodus chapter 3, when he came to be the shepherd of Jethro's flock at the backside of the desert. Alam niyo mga kapatid, hindi yan backside na alam niyo mo anong backside. Sapagkat, saan niyo ang Bible niyo? Sa Exodus chapter 3. Sabi dyan, backside of the desert, verse 1, and he came to the mountain of God, even unto Horeb. O, alam niyo mga kapatid ha, check niyo na lang sa geography niyo ha. Geography mo yun. Tama, geography. Check niyo na lang. Horeb is within the entrance to the promised land. Hello? Horeb, where he was tending the sheep of his father-in-law. Alam niyo, ganito ang tradisyon. Yung shepherd will take the sheep about a day's journey to where the great pastures are. to where the waters are to tend the sheep. Pero kung pag-aaralan nyo by geographical location, from where his father-in-law lives to where he was grazing his sheep could take him 3 days journey. Three days journey. Kaya alam niyo mga kapatid, ang talaga magtatagumpay, extraordinary buhay. Isang araw lang, pinakamalayo na. Lalayo talaga sila. Kasi kung meron daw doon, bakit maglalag pa sila? Naunawaan niyo ako? 1 day journey. It's not for the easygoing people, but for the hard-working people. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman. Kala niyo ba, madali lang ang mag-preach? Hello? To rightly divide the word of God is not an easy task. Sabi ng Bible, a workman. It's not a walk in the ballpark. It's a hard labor. Kanya, if you cannot expound the Word of God as I am expounding it to you right now, you better listen.
Right.
You cannot even write your devotion on a daily basis. Hello? Tapos ang yabang mo. You need a shepherd. Hello? You need a shepherd. That's God's plan. Why Horeb? Sapagkat talaga may plano ng Panginoon. Kita na ni Moses yung dadaanan yung wilderness to the promised land. Mount Horeb. That burning bush was on top of the mount. He can see it. Values. Verse 27, by faith, he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he waited patiently to the Lord. Mensahe natin kanina. He endured as seeing God, who is invisible. Can you see the invisible? That's vision! Viewpoint of his parents resulted to his spiritual values. Now he had a vision. As seeing God who is invisible. That's my message. The title of my message is, have you seen the bush burning? Hindi pa ito mensahe. Introduction pa lang, pag-ibigit ko pa lang kayo sa mensahe. The title of my message is, have you seen the bush burning? Vision. Sabi ng Bible, for without vision, the people perish. Alam nyo, akala nyo, Kristiyano tayo, automatic ang success? This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Dapat deliberate ka. Aalamin mo ang kalooban ng Panginoon and you are determined to do it. That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then, pagka alam mo at nasunod mo, then thou shalt make thy way. It's not even God. Put yourself in the place and do the things that God would bless. Guaranteed ang blessing, kapatid. That's a promise. Hindi automatic. Quote ka ng quote ng Matthew 6:33, it's not automatic. Quote ka ng quote ng Romans 8:58, hey, this is a good news for you. It's not automatic. You can quote it every day of your life, but it's not automatic. It's not a guarantee. Kahit na sakladuhin mo pa, i-recite mo pa every day, Joshua 1:8, Romans 8:28, Matthew 6:33, it will do you no good, friend. As seeing Him who is invisible. Vision. His parents' viewpoint, His values, His vision. Look at verse 28 and verse 29. Hebrews chapter 13, 28 to 29. Through faith, he, who's that? Moses, kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he, God, that destroyed the firstborn should touch them. Hello? Kanya nga pag kami pronoun, iintindihin nyo. Sino ba tinutukoy doon? Yung human character or the divine character? Kanya nga sa mga awit natin, nakikiusap ko sa inyo, pagka-pronoun that is respecting of God, capitalize it! Hand of God must be capitalized H! That's my standard here! Mabuti sana kung hindi yan ang ginagawa ko nun pa. My standard here ought to be the standard! Not anyone else. Kanya pag meron kayong kinuhang ministry, mga kapatid, put your heart into it because hindi pwede sa akin yung basta-basta na lang. King of Kings and Lord of Lords, ang pinaglilingkuran natin. Hello? Don't make the grace of God as an excuse because of your mediocrity. Through faith, he, Moses, kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood. Yan ang putos eh. Marakahan mo. Lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch them. Papatayin ko yung walang marka sa doorpost. Para mas fair. Hello? Para mas fair. Look at verse 29. By faith, they passed through the Red Sea as by dry land. Hinati ang pulang dagat, pero lumakad sila, nag-aalikabok sa likuran nila. Kanya nga nung una mapanood ko yung 10 Commandments, ang question ko kagad, tay, bakit hinati ang pulang to? Pero nag-uumusok sa alikabok. Hindi ko alam to eh. They walk on dry ground. Bakit? Sige nga, maglakad ka sa putikan kung magiging madali. Alam niyo mga kapatid, yung journey natin, pinapagaling ng Panginoon. Hindi niya tayo pahihirapan. Samahan mo lang siya, sundan mo lang siya. Which the Egyptians are saying to do were drowned. Gagaya-gaya yung unbeliever. Kanya rin mga kapatid, kahit naman nananampalataya ka, huwag kang gagaya-gaya. Hello? Sabi ng Bible sa Romans chapter 14, let a man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Hello? Conviction is personal. Batay sa pagkakaalam mo sa kita ng Diyos. Huwag kang gaya-gaya, baka mapahamak ka kagaya ng mga Egyptians. Sundan natin! O, di naman tayong lahat. Huwag kang magaya-gaya. Siguraduhin mo na yung ginagawa mo ayon sa salita ng Diyos. Huwag kang gagaya-gaya para kung walang sariling bait. In this church, marami naka-influensya sa atin pero hindi tayo nagaya because we are unique.
Yep.
Marami naka-influensya sa atin. I call many senior pastors tatay. Why? Sapagkat na sinasabi ko sa kanila, I don't want to be a pastor without a pastor. I will be a Luskanon pag wala akong accountability. Itong tapang ko na to, wala akong irerespeto. Hello, mapapahamak tayo lahat. Naunawaan niyo ako? Pasalamat kayo hanggang may tinatawag akong tatay. Mayroon tayong safeguard. I know the word of God. Why would I need a tutor? I am indwelt by the greatest teacher. Viewpoint, values, vision, 28-29, God gave him the victory. Yan ang gusto natin, victory. Pero hindi magsisimula yan without proper perspective.
Yeah.
Viewpoint. Having the right spiritual values. And a vision. Seeing as God sees things. Seeing as God sees things. Vision. Vision is seeing what God sees. Kita mo ba ang plano ng Panginoon sa buhay mo? Masasabi mo ba na you are on the right track? Vision. Then, claim the victory. Let's go to our message. Exodus chapter 3. Verse 1. And he kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law. Alam niyo mga kapatid, habang binabasa ko ito, I was amazed. Isn't God the chief shepherd, the great shepherd, the good shepherd? Lahat yung patungkol sa Panginoon. Kaya tingnan niyo mga kapatid, pagdating sa kanyang bayan, pagdating sa kanyang iglesia, meron siyang under shepherd. David was a shepherd. Nakita niya? David was a shepherd. He knows the character of the sheep. The sheep are the weakest type of animal. Bakit? Hindi nila kaya ipagtanggol ang kanilang sarili. Kanya nga dinadala na sila sa slaughter. Hindi pa umiiyak eh. Kasi typifies of Christ. At saka bukod doon, yung character ng sheep, talagang ano yan, navigation, ang tawag doon? Ignorant. Kasi una wala pang ways doon. Hindi nila alam where the green pastures are, where the fresh flowing water is. Hello? Dependent sila sa shepherd. At tingnan nyo, Psalm 78. Psalm 78. Talking about David. Psalm 78. Look at verse 70. Verse 70. Psalm 78, verse 70. God chose David, also his servant, and he took him from being a shepherd. He took him from the sheepfolds. Look at verse 21. From following ewes gray with young, he brought him what? To feed Jacob his people and Israel his inheritance. From being a shepherd of sheep, he became the shepherd of Israel, God's people. Kaya tingnan niyo mga kapatid, look at verse 72. Itong verse 72, karakter ng Panginoon to. Karakter ng Panginoon to, Psalm 72. Tingnan niyo ha. So, he, pag kinapital letter H mo yan, that will speak of God. Amen? Are you with me? So, God fed them according to the integrity of His heart and He guided them by the skillfulness of His hand. Later, makikita niyo ang ibig ko sabihin. Sino ba nagpakain sa mga Israelites? God. He baked them fresh bread. We call it manna every day. Hello? He fed them according to the integrity of His heart. Wala siyang ipinagkait anuman sa kanyang bayan na kanyang ipinangako nung una pa man. Integrity of His heart. Our God is faithful. Say aloud, amen.
Amen.
And He guided them by the skillfulness of His hand. Gano'ng kalaki ang kamay ng Panginoon? Sinukat niya the span of the universe. May umawit na isang pastor, napakalaki ng Panginoon, the universe cannot contain Him, but He is small enough to reside within my heart. That's Bible doctrine. Hindi maliit ang Panginoon. Malaki siya. Pero alam niyo mga kapatid, He can reside even to the smallest part of our body. May sakit ka? Panginoon lang pwede mag-connect ng DNA mo. Nagugulat na maraming pastor pag sinabi ko yung kondisyon ko pagdating sa blood sugar. Tapos wala akong ginagamit na gamot. Walang exercise. Basta tatutuan niya mga kapatid, kapag hindi mo oras, hindi ko pa makamatay. Kanya lang, ikaw pa rin ang magdidesisyon kung paano ka mamamatay. Dahil patay, pag hindi ka na naghirap, o patay ka, hirap muna. At hindi lang ikaw naghirap, pati yung mga nagmamahal sa buhay sa'yo, nagmamahal sa'yo, pinahirapan mo kasi inaalalayan ka, lahat inaalagaan ka, pinapaliguan ka sa kama. Yun ba ang kamatayan gusto mo? Pwede ka rin manalangin mga kapatid, na kung anong uri kamatayan meron mo. Lahat pwede ibigay ng Panginoon. Si Peter asked for Him to be crucified outside. Pinakita sa kanya ng Panginoon anong klaseng kamatayan ang dadanasin niya. Kanya kung capital letter H, God, pero kung yan ay pananatiliin natin small letter H sapagkat from 70 to 72, speaking of David. So David yan. Hello? Ano sabi ng Bible? So David fed them. Kasi he's the king. The provision of the nation is under the power of the king. He fed them according to the integrity of his heart. Kaya hindi ka pwedeng bigyan ng kapangyarihan pagkatapos sakin ka. Hindi po pwede. And the skillfulness of his hand. He was a shepherd. Kaya nga sabi niya sa mga apostles, from now on, you will no longer catch fish, but I will make you fishers of men. Hello? Nakita niyo ba na kung ano yung buhay natin? Tinatranspose lang ng Panginoon from secular, if there is such thing, to spiritual. Parang hindi kayo naniniwala. Exodus chapter 3 verse 1, shepherd, trabaho niya yun eh. Secular work niya yun eh. Habang tumatakas siya. Bakit? Kasi, una, nakakita siya ng dalawang Hebrew men fighting. Inawat niya. Then pagkatapos, meron naman nagmamalupit na Egyptian. Ano? Alam pala yung ginawa niya. Kanya tumatakas siya, fugitive siya by this time eh. From being the child of the king, he owns everything as the king possesses everything. Pero ano mga kapatid? This time, he has to work for his family's needs.
Right.
Secular. Labanan niyo ang tok niyo.
Right.
Ako wala kang tulog. Kayo, puro tulog, inaantok pa kayo, hindi na nga kayo nag-preach. Subukan mo, pag dinismiss ko, nasa harapan ng TV, gising yung mga yan. Oh. Huwag mo katulugan yan. Baka lumakad ako rito, di mo na ako sundan. Pag sa Panginoon, ang dali natin sumuko. Hello? Kailan madaling makatulog? Pag nababasa ng Bible. Kailan madaling makatulog? Pag nananalangin. Lumaban naman kayo mga kapatid! Laban! Spiritual battle yan! Bakit pagka gumagawa ka ng hindi para sa Panginoon, ang lakas mo, hindi ka kasi pinapakialaman ng kaaway eh. Pero pagka para sa Panginoon, makikialam siya para nakawang ka niya. Ninanakawang ka, pinapayagan mo! Abay, pambihirang buhay yan. Sira ulo ka talaga. Shepherd. Pero tingnan niyo, verse 2. Hanggang verse 6 lang naman yan, expand ko lang. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame. Alam niyo mga kapatid, pag nabasa niyo sa Bible, the angel of the Lord, theophany siya. Talaga nagpapakita ang Diyos sa tao. Theophany. In a form na maiyasabi natin na, Panginoon yun. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, underline na niyo sa inyong Bible mga kapatid, ito yung title ng message. The bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. The last time I was in Singapore, meron na rin haze. Ngayon, may haze din affecting neighboring countries. Naapektuhan ng Mindanao. Bakit? Simple-simple lang yung mga kapatid. May mga hina-harvest na kinakailangan sunugin para pakinabangan. Tubo. Sinusunog yun para ma-anis. Hello? Dati Malaysia yung pinanggalingan. The last time I was in Singapore. Ngayon, Indonesia. Because ordinary work yan, kaingin. Hello? Gusto mo magtanim? Susunogin mo lahat ng... Kesa mo pagbubulin pa lahat yun. Pinakamadali na yun. Hello? Normal lang ang kaingin. Pero alam niyo, si Moses, magaling. Kasi may vision na. Nakita niya, may nagkakaingin. The bush was burning. Pero mga kapatid, he looked and he noticed that the bush is burning, but it is not consumed. Napapasa niyo naman ito pero namimiss niyo ito Alam niyo, ito yung character ni Moses na talagang kahit na before he met the Lord, because he met the Lord, Exodus 30. Talagang si Moses, parang si Peter, intrimitido, nag-aaway ng dalawang Hebrew, kaya lang, may nagpaparusang Egyptian, pinagtanggol niya yung kapatid niya, pinatay niya, tinago niya sa ilalim, binibig niya, pinatay niya naman, hindi niya rin pinagmuhan. Pakialamero, ngayon, si Moses, eto na naman ngayon, nakita niya, may nagkakaingin, normal, pero ang hindi normal, sabi niya, bush was burning, and it's not consumed. What did he do? He came to investigate. He had this inquisitive mind. He was a shepherd. He saw the burning bush. He came to search. He came to investigate. He searched out why was the bush burning and it wasn't consumed. Alam niyo mga kapatid, ito yung application na makinig kayo. Panginoon, ang dami ng ginagawa sa harapan mo, hindi mo pa nakikita. I know what I want whenever I see one. Kasi alam ko kung ano ako, saan ako pupunta eh. Alam ko kung ano yung dapat kong gawin. Kaya pag may nakita akong isang bagay, pangyayari o persona na may kinalaman sa gusto kong marating, sa gusto kong ma-accomplish, I always took notice of that. Let's go to your problem. Yung problema, di naman binigay para parusahan mo eh. Yung problema, binigay sa iyo ng Panginoon para ma-exercise mo yung jumping ability. Yung mountain na nakakahadlang para makita mo what's beyond is there for God to develop your strength into mountain climbing. Hello? Ang iba sa atin, pag marami tayong problema, ang dami nating reclamations. Reclamation area. Reklamo dito, reklamo doon, reclamations. Murmuring. Kita na natin sa Israel yan eh. Moses, ang bihira, dinala mo ba kami dito sa wilderness para kami pahirapan? Eh sa Egypt, ang dami namin pagkain nun eh. Mga kapatid, mag-observe naman kayo, marami na ginagawa ang Panginoon. Ang Panginoon, kinukuha na yung attention natin. Wala lang sa atin. Naalala niyo, sinabi ko, kung ililipat tayo sa harapan, ang kukunin ko mga asheret. Ayan, yung magkakatabi na yan, si Nanay Elena, si Nanay Nenet, yung nanay ko. Tapos lalagyan natin ng miniskirt yung mga O, kita mo? Yung tatlong yan, pag nag-miniskirt, di ba spectacle? Hello? Mga napapaliw ito, mga baptist na ito. At pagkatapos, magsasayaw-sayaw pa sila dyan. Hello, amen? Di ba nakakakuha ng atensyon? Hello? Sa totoo lang, mga kapatid, it's a matter of gaining people's attention. Galit na galit kayo kay Revilla. Senator na ngayon yun. Walang ginawa yun, kundi nag-budot dance lang yun. Hello? Accused of what? Accused of what? Plunder. 50 million pataas. Hello? That's to show you that we can easily forget. Wala namang ginawa, wala namang ipinanganda kang plataforma eh. Kanya ngayon, mayroon ng local ordinance sa Cavite concerning soul giver. Ngayon, ang mga pastor, forma sa Cavite. Batas na yun eh. Nakuha lang yung attention. Ang commercial, mga kapatid, kukunin lang ang attention mo, magalit ka o matuwa ka, at least kuha yung attention mo. Hello? Learn from the Bible. God is working to get our attention. Kahit na ano sabihin natin, na let's find where the Lord is at work and let's join Him there. If you cannot see it, how can you join Him there?
None.
He's already at work. Hindi naman siya tumitigil. Seeking for the truth. Seeking for the presence of God. Searching out why are these things so? Kung naniniwala ka na ang Diyos is sovereign God and nothing happens by accident, Listen to me. Can you explain what's happening to you? Kung hindi man, maniwala ka na lang na may ginagawa ang Panginoon sa buhay mo. For your good. Hello? Kanya huwag kang lalayo sa Panginoon pag may problema ka, lalo ka pa nga dapat lumapit eh. Pasalamat ka nga, personalized tong mensahe nito para sa iyo eh. Pumunta ka sa ibang pastor, mga kapatid, pumunta kayo sa ibang church, hindi kayo bibigyan ng mensahe na kagaya ng meron tayo rito. Personal to. Personalan talaga to. Ano ka? Basta na may personal. Alam nga naman, animal ako rito. Hindi ka naman animal eh. Gusto mo animalin kita? Hindi ka naman animal eh. Person ka eh. Kanya personalan talaga dito eh. Pumunta ka kayo sa basimbahan, kung marinig itong mensahe, kumukulong dugo mo. Ako na naman yun ah. Ako na naman yun ah. Mabuti nga, ikaw pa rin eh. Paano kaya dumating ka rito, natapos ang service natin 3 oras, wala lang. Wala lang. You came in as empty as you are, and then you left more empty than when you came in. Tell me, do you like that kind of worship? Dapat tuwing meron tayong mensahe mga kapatid, kinakausap tayo ng Panginoon, narinig natin ang mensahe sa very still small voice o sa pasigaw, sapagkat Baptist preacher ang pastor niyo eh. Hindi naman ako. Sana maniwala kayo kapatid, okay ba? Alam mo, kung susunod ka, baka, hindi ko sigurado, pagpalain ka, ano, sunod ka o hindi? Para yung nag-apply sa trabaho. Graduate ka ba ng college? May experience ka ba? Kaya mo ba to? Pagkatiwalaan ka ba? O sige, tatawagan ka namin bukas. Sabi nung nag-a-apply, ano po, tanggap na ako? Sabi ng manager. Ang dami yung napakita ng Panginoon. Nilalagay na tayo ng Panginoon sa isang sitwasyon, nakikilo siya at pagpapalain niya tayo, dead ma lang tayo. Alam niyo mga kapatid, huwag mo katakutan yung mga pangailangan natin. Ang siguraduhin mo, willing ka ba na gamitin ng Panginoon? Kasi kung willing kang gamitin ng Panginoon, walang imposible sa Panginoon. Walang imposible. O, CL, makinig ka. Saan mo kinuha yung Make Me a Millionaire? Project 8 ka naman yun. Tama, mali? Kasi team nila yan. Make Me a Millionaire. Alam niyo mga kapatid, 5 years lang ago ata yun. Too many millionaires already, Project 8. Hello? Yung budget nila, 49. Ang budget nila, nag-submit na naman si Tatay Arias. Sabi niya, ang kakailanganin natin, na-compute na natin yan, 700,000 pesos. Mula Wednesday hanggang Linggo. Wednesday last week, hanggang 700,000 pesos. O, sino mga gusto tumulong? Commitment. Alam niyo mga kapatid, ang pumasok sa commitment, isulat sa papel. Pagkano ang kailangan? 700. Ang commitment na pumasok sa papel, 234,000 pesos. Magkano kailangan? 700. Pagkano pumasok na commitment? 234,000. Pagkano na kolekta? Nung ako ay nandoon ng Thursday o Friday, alam niyo kung magkano ang nakolekta? 450 plus 1,000. Commitment? 234. Magkano ang nakolekta? 400 plus, 50 plus. Ano sabi ni tatay? Marami pang hindi nagbibigay, may darating pa yan. Bago maglinggo, may darating pa yan. Because they made themselves willing instruments. Hello?
Yeah.
Huwag kayong matakot. Kung ang budget natin is will go through this ceiling, alam niyo mga kapatid, isang bagay lang, at yung ba natin ang plano ng Panginoon, kahit na umabot pa sa stratosphere ang budget natin, isa lang ang gagawin ng Panginoon, pagpapalain niya bawat isa sa atin.
Yes.
Yung willing na maging channel of blessing. Kasi dapat bigyan mo ng reason ng Panginoon why He will bless you. Hello? Kasi kung lahat naman tayo gusto ng blessing amen? Pero kung hindi tayo pinagpapala ng Panginoon, gusto mo maging milyonaryo. Pero bakit hindi ka nagiging milyonaryo? Kasi nga pag milyonaryo ka, wala ka rito. Alam, hindi naman tayo makakataka sa Panginoon eh. Alam ng Panginoon gagawin mo pag mayaman ka na eh. Mali tayo o tama ang Panginoon? Alam, kilala tayo ng Panginoon. Kanya nga sinasabi ko madalas mga kapatid, bigyan nyo ng dahilan ang Panginoon para pagpalain tayo. Madali lang. He owns everything. Pero God is looking for faithful stewards. Faithful stewards. Look at verse 4. Verse 3. And Moses said, nakita niya, the bush was burning but it wasn't consumed. Verse 3. Moses said, I will now turn aside. Ando siya sa ibaba. Sabi niya, iiwanan ko to, aakyat ako, and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned. Kasi, ngayon ko nga lang ito ginawa. First S, shepherd. 2 and 3, spectacle. Na ginagawa ang Panginoon. Attitude ni Moses, searching, seeking attitude. Bakit hindi nauubos? Ano sabi ni Moses? I will not turn aside and see. I will investigate. See this great sight. Like what the Lord did before the eyes of Elijah. Anong una? Mighty wind, then earthquake, then fire. Kinuha na naman ng Panginoon ang atensyon ni Elijah. Hello? Kinukuha ng Panginoon ang atensyon natin sa mga spectacle, sa mga sorrows in life, sa maraming whatever else you may think of. Look at verse 4. Look at verse 4. Underline this on your Bible. And when the Lord saw. Have you heard that? Have you heard that? And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see. Alam niyo mga kapatid, dahil Panginoon nga ang gagawa ng spectacle, hindi makakataka sa Panginoon kapag nakuha niya na yung attention mo. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside. Naalala niyo si Balaam? Diba nung una, okay yung disposition niya, hindi niya ika-curse ang Israel kahit na ano yung inaalok sa kanya ni Balaam.
Yeah.
Pero later on, he submitted. Pagkatapos, sa dadaanan nila, nagpakita yung angel. Ang nagpapakita lang, ang nakakakita lang, yung donkey, na yung angel has a sword drawn. Go back to the scriptures, mga kapatid. It's a fiery sword and it's already drawn. Wala na sa sheath. tatagpasin na yung ulo ni Balaam. Hello? Hello? Alam niyo mga kapatid, makinig naman kayo mga kapatid. Alam mo kung hindi ngayon grace period, maraming pastor ngayon, kasama ako, patay na dapat ako. Eh, niwala ka ba doon? Kapang loob mo Totoo, kung talagang hindi biyaya ng Panginoon, patay na tayo lahat. Matagal na tumatayo ang Panginoon sa dadaanan natin with His sword drawn. Pinrasal ka pa ng Panginoon, Brad. Maniwala ka sa akin. Buti yan lang ang dinanas mo. Pabay ka, hampas siya ng hampas dun sa donkey. Ayaw mo. Kasi yung donkey natakot eh. Nakikita niya na kasi yung angel eh. Kanya na niyo mga kapatid, hindi niya nakita, kanya gumawa na naman ng Panginoon ng another spectacle. Spectacle kasi mata. Pero pag tenga, anong tawag doon? Miracle. Miracle. Kasi he heard the ass spoke. Alam mo, makinig ka lang sa mga kamag-anak mo na pupuntahan mo ngayon at iimbitahan mo sa anniversary. Sa mga kaibigan mo, mga kasamahan mo sa trabaho. Makinig ka lang. Sino ba ako sa inyo? Paano mo? Ano ba tingin mo sa akin? May courage ka ba na itanong, Alvin? Ha? Dumadalaw ka sa mga kamag-anak mo, yung hindi ba pala magiging kamag-anak pala? Saan yan? Marinduque. Marinduque ba yan? Masbate. Tinanong mo na ba sila? Ano kaya palagay niyo sa akin? Bagay po ba kami? Tanungin mo. At bago mo tanungin, magpaalam ka muna sa akin para alam ko kung makakabalik ka o hindi. Tanungin niyo yung mga kakilala niyo. Who am I to? Kung ako ba ang mangunguna sa iyo, susunod na. Kung ako ba mangunguna sa iyo, susunod ka. Anong example na lang tayo? Tanungin niyo yung mga kamag-anak niyo, mga kilala niyo. Kung ako ba ang magmumungkahi na puntahan natin to, gawin natin yon, susunod ba kayo sa akin? Gawin yung project this week. Mga kapatid, ang ganda nga ng ipine-present sa atin ng Panginoon. Ang goal natin, mga kamag-anak, kakilala natin. Doon mo nga makikita, hindi yung tunay mong kamag-anak, kung hindi kung ganong impluensya meron ka. Hello? Hindi naman ako sila naniniwala na wala kayong impluensya sa mga kamag-anak nyo. Kasi baka mag-rapture na, wala ka pa nagdadalang bisita rito. Walang nakakahiya dito eh. Nakakahiya ba, Panginoon? Nakakahiya ba, Panginoon? Eh bakit hindi mo siya ipagmapuri? Imbitahan mo rito. Hindi ka na nga makapag-share ng gospel. Hindi pa sila makakapakinig para mapangaralan sila pag nandito sila. Tama ako, mali? Hindi ko alam kung hindi nyo naintindihan yung Tagalog, kung mali ang English ko eh. Nagkakaintindihan ba tayo? And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, ano sabi doon? God called him out. Doon mo maririnig at tinig ng Panginoon. God called him out of the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. When was the last time you heard God call for your name? Samuel, Samuel. Tinetrain pa lang si Samuel mo. Punta siya kay Eli. Ilang beses nangyari? Because God called for him. And He called us by name. Hello? He calls us by name. Moses. To be called is one thing. To take heed to the call is another thing. Moses. Verse 4. And he said, Here am I. Alam niyo mga kapatid, ang Panginoon, teaching by repetition lang eh. Napansin niyo ba yun? Ay, class, grabe ka ba na isip? Diba, mastery by? Si Samuel, nasabi ng Panginoon, tinawag siya ng katlo, gumawa bangon talaga, sabi ni Eli sa kanya, pag narinig mo pa ulit, dahil hindi nga ako tumatawag sa iyo, sabihin mo, Lord, speak, for thy servant is listening. We started our service at 3. It's now about 6 o'clock. I think I have been preaching for more than what? 1 hour. Have you heard the voice of God yet? Have you heard the voice of God up to this time? Because if you don't, palagay ko walang problema sa hearing. Nasaan? Heart problem. Hindi hearing problem. Heart problem. It's not in the hearing but in the heeding. Heeding. H-E-E-D. Obey. Kanya sabi ng Panginoon, be not listener only, but what? Here am I. Verse 5. And he said, draw not nigh hither, put off your shoes from off your feet, for the place whereon thou standest is what? Alam niyo mga kapatid, alam ni Moses yung ibig sabihin ng Panginoon na put your shoes off your feet. Kung paanong meron ka sombrero, pagka meron ka nakasalubong na mas mataas at mas matanda sa iyo, inaalis mo. And you're bowing before Him. Salute. Hello. Giving way. Respect yun. Alam ni Moses yun. Sabi ng Panginoon, ang kinakatayuan mo ngayon is holy ground. Alam niyo mga kapatid, listen. You can never be in the presence of God without admission that you are what? You're nothing. You're a sinner. Makinig ka, brother. Kung naiintindihan mo ang mensahe ito, is because you're standing on holy ground. Wala makakaintindi sa taksad sa Diyos, sapagkat Diyos siya. Pero kung naiintindihan mo, Darwin, ang mensahe ito, is because God wants to bless you. Depende na lang yan kung ano gagawin mo. Inubad ba ni Moses ng matas niya? Inubad niya. Bakit? Kasi, Lord, I'm not worthy to stand where you stand. I am not worthy to be in the same place where you are. I'm a wretched. I'm a worm. I'm a sinful person. Acknowledging who God is and acknowledging who we are before the Lord. Shepherd, spectacle, searching or seeking attitude. Ngayon, sanctification. You stand with God. You're being sanctified. You're being set aside. Now you're with God. Hello? Who is on the Lord's side? You need to make a profession. There's no middle ground. Come to me. Sabi ng Panginoon, and when he saw that Moses what? Turned aside to see. Alam niyo mga kapatid, yung minsan pagtayo ng Panginoon sa dadaanan natin, dahil hindi gusto ng Panginoon tinatahak natin, dapat pag na-realize natin, U-turn ka agad. Hindi eh, pagpipilitan pa natin, magdadahilan pa tayo. Pag sinabi bang forsaking not the assembling of ourselves together, is sin a sin of absenteeism? Yes or no? Yes or no? Anong debate doon? Anong debate doon? Alam niyo yung mga dahilan sa Panginoon, yung mga excuses, hindi ako makapunta dyan kasi may binili akong baka. Binili ha? Titignan ko kung matataba o payat. Binili mo na yun eh! Bakit hindi mo imbestigahan bago mo bilhin? Excuse na lang yun eh. Bumili ako ng lupa. Hindi mo alam kung gaano kalaki. Hindi mo tinignan yung muhon. Hindi mo tinignan yung titulo. Hindi ako makakapunta kasi ngayon needs to be ready. Titignan mo kung maganda o pangit. May sira ang ulo. Papakasalan mo na, hindi mo pa nakikita. Di ba? Lame excuses. Alam niyo mga kapatid, dyan galit ang Panginoon eh. Kasi umuutos niya perfect eh. Tapos magdadahilan tayo. Alam niyo mga kapatid, don't argue with your pastor, argue with God. Kasi ayoko na makipag-away sa inyo eh. Ay, mga kapatid, don't misunderstood me. I don't want to be your enemy. I don't want to create enemies. I want everybody under my watch to be what? To be blessed. Don't argue with me. I'm just preaching the word of God. I'm just representing it. I'm just heralding His word. Kung mali yung sinasabi ko, then prove me wrong. Pero kung sinasabi ko salita ng Diyos, then prove God wrong. If you can. Look at verse 6, the last. Moreover, he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. Last statement, Moses hid his face. Bakit niya tinakpan ang mukha niya? Bakit siya pumikit? At bakit siya prostrate, fall before God, on that holy ground? Sabi ng Bible, for he was afraid to look upon God. Ano ba yung Diyos? Oh yes, God was the burning bush. Kanya ang question. The question tonight, do you see the bush burning? Do you see the hand of God? Do you see the presence of God before you? As an expectant. Have you searched out God? Have you searched your heart? Kung talagang ito ay ayon sa plano ng Panginoon sa iyong buhay. Sapagkat mga kapatid, we all want success, we all want victory, but victory can only be gotten on God's terms. We're not setting the rules. It's God. It's God. Basahin niyo Exodus chapter 33, verse 17 to 23. Nakita ng Panginoon, nakita ni Moses ang Panginoon. Request niya yun. Sabi niya, sino ka ba? Paano kita i-represent? Sa ano ko? Buksan niyo. Kasi I don't want to misquote the word of God. O tingnan niyo. Exodus chapter 33, look at verse 17. Open your Bibles. And the Lord said unto Moses, I will do this thing also thou hast spoken, for thou hast found grace in my sight, and I know thee by name. Ang request ni Moses, I want to see you. Sabi ng Panginoon, gagawin ko ang request mo because you have found grace in my sight. That's God's favor. And I know you by name. Verse 18. And he said, Moses, and Moses said, I beseech thee, show me your glory. That is the request of Moses. Show yourself to me. If you really is the God of my forefathers, then show your face to me. Verse 19. And he said, sino yan? God. Capital letter H. And God said, I will make all my goodness pass before you. I will proclaim the name of the Lord before you. That's Trinity. I will be gracious to whom I will be gracious. I will show mercy on whom I will show mercy. And by the way, mga kapatid, at first glance, akala mo, Calvinistic to. Hindi! Request ni Moses yun eh! He requested for him to see God! Sabi ng Panginoon, hindi lahat na magre-request sa akin makakita, pero ikaw makikita mo. Hindi Calvinism yun. Sapagkat walang election unto salvation. Walang pinipili ang Panginoon. Obey, and you will earn His favor. Wala akong tinuro sa inyo rito na anumang aral na hindi consistent sa Bible because I preach the Bible. Hindi ka tatagal kung hindi ka after knowing the teaching of God. Hello? Tumagal ka na eh. Tumagal ka na eh. Bakit? Kasi kahit na hindi perfect ang relationship natin, perfect ang Word of God eh. Perfect ang Word of God eh.
Amen.
Nag-aaway na naman tayo pagka iba tinitindigan natin eh. Pero masaya naman tayo pag lahat tayo sama-sama sa Panginoon eh. Amen? Balikan nyo mga kapatid, ang dami natin masasayang araw. Huwag nyo i-highlight yung mga mountains. Huwag nyo i-highlight dyan. Ang i-highlight nyo, what's behind this mountain? Hello? The promised land. Verse 20, and he said, thou cannot see my face, for there shall no man see me and live. Yan ang kondisyon ng Panginoon. Pero sabi sa verse 21, and the Lord said, behold, there is a place by me. Merong lugar doon. Doon ka pumunta. And thou shalt stand upon a rock. Mayroong cleft. Sabi ng Panginoon, and it shall come to pass, while my glory passeth, ano sabi ng Panginoon? I will put thee in a cliff of the rock. Doon mismo. Sa parang wine press. In a cliff of the rock, and I will what? Cover thee with my hand. Alam niyo ba mga kapatid? Kung preacher ka, may excite ka na sa mga phrase na to eh. Hello? What does it mean that the hand of the Lord is upon you and covering you? Hello? Explain niyo na. Sabi ng Panginoon, I will cover thee with my hand. Kung nasa kamay tayo ng Panginoon, no one can pluck you out of my Father's hand. I and my Father are one. Hindi ko nga yan eh. Kinukot ko lang yan. Bakit? Kasi that's the Word of God. Hello, amen? Wala namang magkatalo-talo sa gitna ng Diyos eh. I will cover thee with my hand, And while I pass by, lalagpasan kita, ngayon, pag nakalagpas na ako, ano sabi ng Panginoon sa verse 23? I will take away mine hand. Mula dun sa covering, tinakpan yung mata niya. Sabi ng Panginoon, and thou shalt see what? My back parts, but my face shall not be seen. Thank you, Lord. Expand nyo na lang. Ano gusto mo? Kuberon ka ng kamay ng Panginoon? O alisin niya ang kamay niya mula sa buhay. Inalis niya ang kamay niya for Moses to see his back part. Pero hello, ang tanong natin ngayon mga kapatid, do you still have the favor of God? Do you still have the approval of God? Yung buhay mo, pag sinabit mo, sasabihin ng Panginoon, well done, the good and faithful servant. Listen to me. I will end with this statement. You listen well. Look at me in the eye. This is your life. This is your life. Kung hindi mo nakita ang kahalagahan ng mensahe ko sa buhay mo ngayon, at sa magiging buhay mo bukas, at sa magiging buhay ng iyong mga anak, I should not say this, pero pinakatanga ka na sa lahat ng mga tanga. Buhay mo to. Buhay to ng pamilya. Magdesisyon ka. Have you seen the bush burning? Have you seen the bush burn? Ano ginawa ni Moses? He turned aside. He walked closer to where the bush was and he encountered the Lord. Have you seen the bush burning? Why don't you turn aside? Come. Get nearer where that bush is burning. And here, meet the Lord. Pwede mo bang gawin mo yan? Kayo tayo lahat. Turn aside. Come up to the mountain. Get as close as you can to that burning bush. And encounter God. Encounter God. Don't block the way of others as they come. You come. Get as close as you can. Turn aside. Let God see that you turn aside and you came to investigate. And there God will meet you. Would you want God to meet you? Turn aside. Come and see. That's the condition. I know nothing else. I know nothing else. Stop what you're doing. Come and investigate. Be ready to encounter God on a personal level. On a personal level. Maraming pagkakataon, nanghihirap tayo ng testimony ng iba. Huwag kang maniwala. Experience God. You need to experience God in a personal way. Because God is a person. He wants to establish with us a personal, intimate relationship. The end is quite near. We're numbering the days and Jesus will come. Sana naman mga kapatid, before He comes, maranasan natin the faithfulness of His promise. Individually, as families, and as a local church. Let's magnify the Lord. Let's magnify the Lord. That's the message this morning. The challenge this afternoon. Have you seen the bush? Lord, behold your people. Maraming salamat po that you came and you spake to us. We heard your voice. Hear our cries. Hear our pleadings. Hear the words of our mouth and the voices of our hearts. Lord, ikaw lamang ang makasusukat ng integrity ng aming puso and the skillfulness of our hands. Sapagkat sabi niyo po sa Church of Revelation, sa Church at Thyatira, it is you that trieth the reins of the hearts. We can never deceive you. We can only fool ourselves. We can never disguise ourselves before your presence, for everything and everyone are naked before you. Lord, we are only fooling ourselves if our lives are not consistent and in congruence with your word, with your plans for our lives. Lord, tulungan niyo po kami. Kahabagan niyo po kami, individually as families. Lord, you called me into a partnership with you. I think I did my best. I did not shortchange your people. I did not shortchange you. Because you've given me the ability, you've given me the message. And I conveyed your message as it is, as you have spoken to me. May you find the integrity of our hearts and the skillfulness of our hands worthy of your rewards when we face you before your judgments. Pagpalain niyo po Metro-Laguna Baptist Church. There's no other church for us but this church. We are your church. Pagpalain niyo po ang aming celebration, ang aming 11th anniversary. Thou us a new beginning with you and our journey with you. Lord, gawin niyo pong meaningful ang aming celebration. Help us to win our loved ones. Help us to win our friends. Help us to win the people of regular acquaintances, so that it will be meaningful to us and to them. But Lord, help us to win our city. Help us to win our province. Eventually, help us to partner with other churches to win our nation for Christ and other nations of the world. Maraming salamat po, Panginoon. We just want to magnify you. We just want to do the best we can by the abilities you've entrusted us. Hindi mo kami hahatulan sa mga bagay na hindi mo ipinagkaloob sa amin. Hindi mo kami sisigilin sa mga bagay na hindi mo ipinagkaloob sa amin. Only Lord, with the things that you've already provided us. Our destination is up to you. We just set our goal. We just focus our eyes on the Lord Jesus Christ. But where that promised land is, we can never know. It is you who determine our ending. Our expectation is on your hands. That's hope. Kayo pong patuloy na kumilos, Panginoon. Maraming salamat. Bless your people. Bless us all together. Bless Metro-Laguna Baptist Church. For all these things I pray, Christ's most precious name. And all the people will say, Amen. Thank you very much. We go back to the school.
And let's sing our worship songs. We give our offerings. Itin po natin, be strong in the Lord.